Hi, welcome back to today's episode on Data Delight. I remain your host, Connie Eze. 2 weeks ago, an issue sprang up about Binance and the Nigerian government. Some news said they invited the CEO of Binance and he didn't show up. Some other news said Binance is the reason, cryptocurrency is the reason Naira value is dropping. For us who have no business with crypto, this is going to be so hard for us to understand. But we brought someone who has an idea and a knowledge about the FX market. Mr. Franklin,
Hi,
welcome to Data Delight.
thank you. Good to have me here.
You're welcome. So what is cryptocurrency?
Cryptocurrency is a digital currency. So let's say it's a digital asset, right? So it's something that it's a currency that has no governmental regulation. So it's not pertaining to a country. Do you get? Overall, the founders of this particular currency are looking at having it, you know, to become like a globally accepted means of payment. Do you get? So it doesn't even have anything to do with every current country's local currency. So hopefully someday it would be like a legal tender, a globally accepted legal tender.
Okay. So you're trying to say that globally is not accepted globally.
And some countries are catching up to speed. Some countries are accepting it as their means of payment. And some, like our country, we are running from it because we feel, or not that we feel, some people have devised the means to use it for their personal interest, and they feel that every other person is using it for that same reason. So, and because they have been able to see that with that you could do a lot of cash movement, they are able to come up with stuffs like, oh, it is what is causing the hike in our local currency against the dollar.
Interesting. So do you think it is causing the drop on our local currency?
Why would I mean it's laughable. It's laughable for somebody to get up and tell you that he's a finance sorry. It's laughable for a person to tell you that he's a finance analyst or he works in central bank and tell you that cryptocurrency is affecting our naira. Because our naira, they've started devaluing our naira like 32 years ago. And this devaluation has been there. It's been constant. Every year it keeps increasing. If you check the depreciation rate, you'll be overwhelmed. So the crypto is not doing anything to our naira. The problem that we have with our naira is more of we have so much dollars coming in and not enough naira going out. So it's like it's just we have to build our structure to start encouraging local businesses and have a means of having the world buy our naira. So long as we are not having international transactions where people are buying our naira, I mean, except for crude oil that is our biggest export, of which is still being purchased in USD. So long as we're not having that, then the naira would consistently be decreasing in value. Because if you see the flight that the dollar is taking or has been taking recently, the US itself, they are having issues in their economy. Yeah, the US is not like their economy is on rapid is appreciating like that. So the dollar is not even really the dollar is just there. Then we're just manipulating ourselves here. Do you get? So what I would say is the reason why the dollar is solely on the rise is bad regulations. I mean, take away the fact that people are not buying our naira, of course. It's just bad policies. Because tell me why bury the change as we know it,
Yeah.
exchange companies, they're everywhere. In some countries they have it. But it's not like it's not a substitute It's not like I cannot go to the bank to get a foreign currency. Let me go to exchange. Yeah. In some countries, you can get your foreign currency, foreign notes at the bank, and you can still get it at exchange, but the difference is not even significant. Do you get?
Yeah.
So our country, we devised a means to have black market. What is black market? What is black market for currency, for a country's currency? That's where the host come in. If you take, for instance, some guys in the central bank, they can just easily sign you, give you $1 million in cash. When dollar was like 450, you go to their own exchange rate and then change it for like 700 the same day. So people who have been leveraging on the differences in this system that they created, and they've been enriching themselves. Now, the reason why it's becoming crazy now is because a whole lot of people are doing it. When one person they thief, they know they count them. Two people begin thief, maybe company of 50, they don't count them. But by the time 40 people
Yes.
begin thief, the effect will just be crazy. You don't know where the problem is coming from. So everybody would want to relate it to that.
That's beautiful. At least we are stepping, like, we now have staircase to walk on.
Yes, no. So if you say, why would you ban Binance? Binance is just a company. It's just like your normal bury the change. If you cannot ban your bury the change in Nigeria, why are you banning Binance? Binance is just a currency exchanger.
Yes. So do you think the invention of, or the coming of Binance in Nigeria has done any effect at all, for good or for bad? What effects do you think it has done?
Just like how everybody's catching up with global trends, countries are having exchanges that exchange cryptocurrencies and other digital assets into their local currencies. That's what Binance is not doing anything harmful. You get? I heard that some people, some political class, they've used the same Binance, the same cryptocurrency platforms to move money. And with crypto, you could move $1 billion a day, and nobody would. And it's untraceable.
You saw they said Binance, true, but Binance made how many billion dollars last year, like the money that went through Binance. And then our social media commentator, Very Dark Black Man, came out to say that it's another means at which people fraud people.
One thing about I wouldn't comment on Dark Man, but I would tell you one thing: anything that you are not well knowledgeable about, you sound stupid when you're talking about it.
Yeah.
And people that are well knowledgeable about it, or that are in that frame where they have dealings with that stuff one-on-one, they would look at you and laugh. So I would say, for some of the comments that he made, it's very ignorant of him. But nonetheless, to tackle the main matter, crypto, Binance, and all of that are not harmful to our economy. Our problem is our problem. Our problem is there. Our problem is there. And I told you, the reason why that they are big mad is the same scamming that Abuki have been doing. Abuki. One time they said Abuki FX is the problem of dollar. The website now.
Yes.
And they banned Abuki FX. What happened? Dollar kept going up. You now wake up, you see that people, we're catching up with global trends.
Yes.
We're very high, we're a country that everybody leverages on importation.
Yes.
You bought this mic abroad, hopefully. Everything we buy abroad. So it means that we are sending our money, and we cannot send out this money in Naira. We have to convert it to a currency and send.
Yes.
Then you now wake up, create a policy, say that, Nigerians should not spend more than $20 a month. So what you're telling all our, business people, average, we're not talking of the guys that know you guys, of course, that can get dollar. We're talking of we young entrepreneurs that we are not able to spend more than $20 a month in USD. Then as if like that was not enough, you now canceled all USD transactions. But you guys travel abroad, you spend dollars. How do you get your dollar? You guys have dollars in cash. They paraded somebody the other day. I think the person was one of the Oga, or is the Oga of Central Bank. They saw thousands or in hundreds of dollars in his house in cash. And so many other people. So the first thing to do is, if you want to really tackle this, you have to regulate the flow of the dollar, because obviously we're not spending dollar in Nigeria. It's not our legal.
Yeah, it's not
Our money is
legal
naira.
tender, yeah.
So if you want to regulate dollar, first of all, have a policy that allows everybody a certain amount, whether you're getting money for travel, for leisure, for whatever. Let's say everybody's entitled to $500 a month, right? If you want to withdraw dollar as a like paper note, you get $500. And if you have any money in your maybe domiciliary account, it will be there. If you go to that country, you withdraw there. Let's see how much you can withdraw in cash there. Because even in those countries, there are specific amounts that you cannot withdraw in cash.
Yes.
So let's see how much you can withdraw in cash there. In Nigeria, yeah, you can
You
undo.
can do anything you want.
So if you regulate it like that, scrap the entire buried change. Because who makes black market? The black market price is created by Aboki. By the same buried change guys. So it's like central bank comes and tell us, oh, dollar is 600. Aboki tells you dollar is 900. Because some of these people want dollar. There is demand for the dollar now, right? The bank is not giving regular guy dollar. And the guys that know the guys that issue the dollar, they are not much. And a lot of people want the dollar. So just take a case study of where during the Naira scarcity.
Yes, last year.
You'd realize that the people that were telling you how much you would pay to get 10,000 Naira were the
the
POS guys. So POS guys were the Aboki of Naira.
Then
So once you make a currency scarce, whoever has it will dictate the price and is selling it. And in the constitution, it's even illegal for you to sell currencies. Right? So scrap that Aboki, scrap the seize everybody's license that does bury the change. It's a function of the commercial banks. Move it back to the bank. Set a policy that a person or an individual or corporate body has a limit to what they can get. For whatever reason, you have that limit and it's there. If you want to go above that, then you have to, because obviously we're going cashless. Yeah.
Yes.
In some of these countries too, they're doing cashless.
Yes.
So you have your dollar in a dollar account, which is a Nigerian dollar account. If you have a foreign dollar account, good for you. If you have your currency in a Nigerian dollar account, you go to these countries, you're able to spend with your card. Most of them go there and spend with their cards. When they come here, they want the dollar in cash.
Looks like stealing.
So you are able to do all of this because he was paying you. Then Binance now came. Binance now said, oh, you guys have black market. It's fine. Oh. Anyway, do you know why they banned the cards, the Naira cards before?
No, I don't.
Why they banned, putting limits on cards, on Nigerian cards, as to how much you can spend
a day.
on international websites.
Okay.
It's simple now. Before, when Binance came and all these crypto exchanges, we realized that if I have a card and I want to spend dollar, say I want to buy something from AliExpress or one of all those international websites, you are spend, let's say dollar was 350, and I'm buying this item for 350 naira, right, per dollar. These crypto guys have come and they said, okay, you guys have black market. Black market is how much? Is 700. Central bank is 350, 450. Use your Nigerian card. Buy cryptocurrency. You buy dollar. There is something called USDT. It's a stable coin. It's like dollar, but it's a digital dollar. Yeah. So buy this same digital dollar with your bank rate. Come and sell it here. This is our own Aboki too. Come and sell it here at 700. So they realized that people were buying, like you could literally sit down, buy 10 million naira worth of USDT at central bank rate. Go to this website, sell it at Aboki rate. Do you get? Which is the same thing that they've been doing manually over the years. So when they realized, they're like, oh, people are now doing more of forex, Bitcoin transactions, etc., etc. Let's block their card. Let's set a limit. Now you're setting this limit because of that. The repercussion is people that are mini importers. A lot of people now. There's no jobs now. A lot of people are into import wig, import rice, import jewelries, etc. Now you've stalled their business. Now they are going to, they're seeking for alternatives. They're going to other apps to buy the same dollar. Now, they are buying the same dollar from other apps and using the cards to purchase. These same guys that they are buying it from still also have a way to reach you people, you policymakers, you central bank, to get the same dollar. So it will still be beneficial to them. So what they are trying to do is they are not trying to control the usage of dollar. They're just controlling it so that
The
only
people.
a certain cartel of people will have access to it. And at this point now, it has blown. Fire don't open. So everybody has access to it.
Yeah.
So now you ban it to $20. Now you ban card. You cannot buy with your Naira card. Why? When you know that 80% of what we use in Nigeria is imported. You know that if you bring 10 young people, Lagos people,
Yes.
8 of them are into they are trying to buy one thing abroad to sell.
Yes.
So it's like you are crippling the economy
Even more than.
even more than the damage you are trying to control. Whereas that damage you are trying to control can be controlled by just one or two policies. But because on the long run it will not favor them. So they are not even looking at that part as a remedy to the problem.
Interesting. So talking about policies, is there a policy that they can make to make the Binance and then the what's it called, the dollar rate and everything be in favor of the common people who use it?
So one thing you would know is Binance, just like we had Forex, just like you're buying stocks, buy and let it grow and then you sell.
Yeah.
It's like that on all these crypto exchanges, right? So you're able to buy a digital asset, let it appreciate and then sell. It's like you buying stocks from the bank. It's like you buying shares. So basically the relationship between those two things is not there. There is nothing that concerns this our naira, the hike, this
Yeah.
the sudden flight in our naira, and Binance and crypto. The only thing that they are trying to block is people leveraging
On it.
on that black market and central bank, of which they've already created policies. So why are you now banning it? You ban naira, crypto just turned 70 something K, right?
Yeah.
Or is it 60 something K? Am I not keeping?
It
Yeah,
is somewhere around
60 something
70.
K. Or I think it touched 70K
2 days
now.
ago it touched
Yeah.
70.
So you've banned crypto in Nigeria. Crypto is still flying. So what has crypto got to do with your economy?
Beautiful. So talking about policies again, I learned in Wealth of the Nation that seas, where there are seaports, the city or the country that has seaports has leverage
No.
to
So
even being wealthier than countries that do not have seaports or water anything, water bodies surrounding them. So talking about policies, the policies of importation through seas, what effects will it have to the rise in naira?
okay. So if I get you correctly, you're saying what impact would effective maritime
Yes,
activities have
exactly.
in
That's
Nigeria?
it. Yes,
All right. Okay. So I studied maritime. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Maritime Academy around my people. Anyway, so the main problem with Nigeria right now, the reason why we're not growing is not corruption. There's corruption everywhere. There's corruption in the abroad.
Yes, in the UK,
In all the
in USA,
in
everywhere.
all the countries of the world, there is corruption. There's corruption in Poland. There's corruption in Russia. There's corruption everywhere. Do you get?
Yes.
Now, the problem that we have here is tribalism. That's the core. That's like the base. That's the base. Tribalism, then political class. Right.
Yes.
The reason why Nigeria will not develop, the reason why our naira will still be fucked up, but will still be as it is, and then the dollar would still be stronger than us is because when you have 3 children, for instance, it's easy to manage.
Yes.
You can sit down and say, oh, 5,000 naira go fit take care of these children. When you have 10 kids and you budget 50K, something will happen.
One person
That
will fall
one
ill.
person will chop that 50K.
Yes.
So the problem now is we are growing, and we're not just growing, we're growing like the growth of Nigerian population is so immense. We have people in some part of the country
Yes.
giving birth to 15 children, of course.
Yes.
So the numbers are getting high. It means that whatever trends that we need to catch up with that would affect development should be followed up in real time, right?
Yeah.
You now say why are things not getting well for the people as far as currency value is. You now realize that Some people don't want Nigeria to develop, and it's a tribal interest. If you say what develops a country, if you look at in the 90s, when we were young, you would see all those imported stuffs. You hear Picnic Holland. You want to buy a grinding machine, you will see Bosch. You will see German products.
Yes.
The reason why these things were coming from these countries were because they have a standard maritime system that works. So as far as shipping goes, importation, exportation, warehousing, right?
Yes.
Everything was good. I ventured into an exportation business some time ago, and then it was very profitable. But why I had to stop was because the cost that I had to incur for no reason, like I load my charcoal container. I'm supposed to deliver an item so and so time, right? My container would stay at that congestion in Apapa for weeks. So now I have to move this container to Ikorodu and load it on a barge. That's an additional cost. Too. Inland transportation is more
Yes.
expensive in Nigeria.
Yes.
Load it on a barge and go to the quay side of the vessel on the day of loading, and then we load it inside the vessel. That particular expenses alone don't collect my profit. So it's harder for even as it is now, you're advising Nigerians to go into exportation. You're advising Nigerians to, make sure that we have something of international value that people can buy from abroad so that our naira will be gaining value. The system is rigged. The system, if you buy a phone now from China, let's say you buy something from China, you will be seeing shipping 3,000 naira.
Yes. It's very cheap on the sites.
All right.
Then when it comes,
No, 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 no. Like you buy this thing, shipping is 3K. They will bring the item to your house in Lagos, plus clearing everything. Take that same item. Say you want to send it back to China.
wow. So you are saying exportation is even more
Exportation is more
expensive
expensive
than
than importation. And this is because we have poor maritime systems. We have poor. Nigeria doesn't have airline. Nigeria doesn't even have shipping line
Yeah.
as big as we are. Small Togo that is there. Togo is like the size of Lagos and Ogun State. Togo has 2 functional seaports.
But we have seaports in Nigeria.
Good. I'm coming. I'll get to that point here. Now, for you to develop a country that has maritime advantage, so you have water, you have to develop the areas that have these things to their advantage.
Yes.
So if you're looking at places that have this water, you're looking at Cross River, Akwa Ibom, you're looking at Port Harcourt, the Niger, and then Lagos, of course. Now, the political class that have had the power right from before we were born, of course, they are not from these regions. And they don't care about you in that region. They don't even want you to get as rich as you should, or rich enough to come and have a say on the table. Do you get?
Yes.
So the reason why these seaports are not being opened for rural activities, rolling, rollout, container seaports, like their Papa seaports. We have the ports in Port Harcourt is a tanker port.
Yes.
It's only for petroleum products.
Yes.
Right? So if you're able to now say, let's open up Akwa Ibom, let's dredge Akwa Ibom to the Atlantic, let's do Calabar seaport, let's do other seaports in Nigeria to become rural seaports. What happens is commercialization would leave Lagos and it would be spread. Now, once it's spread, what happens is a lot of people would now venture into these businesses. You would have more items coming into Nigeria at a cheaper cost. Tell me why I would buy a calf in the US for like $600, let's say 800,000. I'll pay 1.7 million to ship it to Nigeria. Whereas if I'm shipping it to Cotonou, I'm paying less than $1 million to ship it to Cotonou. And Cotonou is just here. It's just about the same travel distance. Because if you look at the map where we share, the borderline is like, it's parallel.
Yes.
So it's the same travel distance, just a few nautical miles apart. Right? It's cheaper to ship it there. That's why back then you see how people go to Cotonou to buy motor.
cars. Yes.
So your shipping is expensive because we have more people, right, needing these things, and we don't have enough port maritime facilities to bring this thing in real time. So it becomes expensive, right?
Yes.
Then you now decide that, we have more importers, so government, how do we steal from these people again? You increase port tariff. So I will now spend 1.7 million to ship a car. I spend 2 million again. to clear the car. And the car is worth 800,000.
And then when they want to sell it to people,
It becomes expensive. It's laughable to tell somebody that you're buying a 2002 car in Nigeria for like $5,000. Now, the reason is because they don't want to develop these areas that have this to their advantage. Because the political class is not from this area. You know Majidun?
no, I don't know him. What's his name?
Majidun is an area in the corridor. There's a small water in that place. If there is Majidun River
Okay.
in the north, they would have built a seaport there. And this particular thing is not even just maritime or shipping. They are doing it in all sectors. Tell me why somebody would get up. Tell me that you're proposing to build a refinery in the north, in Kaduna, where the raw material is like hundreds of kilometers away. Why are you not going to set up more refineries in that region? Why do we have to transport it? First of all, you've done us the biggest scam by transporting it abroad. Refine it, bring it back, and sell it to us at a ridiculous price.
Yes.
Now, okay, invest in the local. If you go to Port Harcourt, you go to some communities, you see normal chairman just they get like 20, 30 guys. They have local refineries.
Yes. I grew up in.
And they are able to bring out whatever products from the original source.
And they do their akpo fire and they sell them.
And then you are not telling me that, oh, you cannot do it in these areas. Why? When the local people are doing it there. But the reason why they don't want to do that, the reason why we will still be importing fuel is because they don't want these regions to be enriched. So there is this blueprint to impoverish a particular region in Nigeria.
Because I wonder what.
And it's not a tribal thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
It's
born.
a thing of class.
Yeah, I was born in Lagos. So I don't even speak for. If you want to say, oh, you are talking because you're Igbo, you're just whining yourself. You get.
Yeah.
So I just feel that because it's a tribal thing. Imagine that there is Tinkan Port, one in Calabar, there's one in Akwa Ibom, there's one in Port Harcourt. Do you know why Lagos is like this? Do you know why Lagos is perceived to be developed? Because I still think Lagos is a ghetto.
It's because everything just revolves around Lagos.
Everything comes to Lagos. The mechanic guy that is in Kano, in one village, he wants to buy a top cylinder of a particular engine. He will just tell you, Oga, this thing, na for Ladipo, you go see him. So it means that if a tailor in one village, a particular part of a machine spoils, she will tell you that, I go give that man money when they go Lagos, make it buy and
It just
come.
revolves around
So it means that everybody's money comes to Lagos.
first before.
So which is why I don't believe that when some people come and say, oh, a particular governor developed Lagos, I'm like, take away the seaport from Lagos. You get?
Yes.
So everybody's money comes to Lagos every day. So long as they break for Lagos, 36 states money they come Lagos. And this is because there is maritime, there's warehousing in Lagos. Now spread it across the states that have this water to their advantage. Nigeria will develop in 10 years. Because we will have like 6 states that is like Lagos already. And if Lagos is already causing, you know the influence of Lagos in Africa and in the whole world. So if we have like 6 Lagos in Nigeria, but of course they will not do it because those 6 Lagos will not be at where the political class
Interesting.
are from.
Yes.
And then what happens is when you're able to control the financial market of a country, if a particular region is able to control, then they have a say. And because you know how it's been now, Igbo people and this one, and they say they want to go for Biafra. So the northern people just know that if there is Lagos, like 3 in the east, and they do sit at home, this rubbish that they are doing now, that I find ridiculous. If they do it like 2 days, you know what will happen?
The finance of the country
Will crash. So our problem now is the fear of unknown, and then those people that don't want to develop other regions. So that is why our Naira would never develop. Because we're not developing. The importation that we're doing is coming in at a very ridiculous price. We cannot even export. So our Naira is not gaining value anywhere.
So the only way
now is to create enough, develop our maritime. Once you develop our maritime, it will develop our local content production. It will develop our exportation.
It will also make naira.
So that way, naira will start gaining because people want to buy it from Nigeria. People want to come into Nigeria.
But there are still a lot to export, though. Like there are a lot.
If
to
you know
export.
what we have in Nigeria that has international commodity value, you would be overwhelmed. You can export anything. You can export bitter cola. You can export anything. You can export salt. This is Uburu salt in Akwa Ibom.
Yes.
You can export in Ebonyi State.
State.
You can export just about anything.
People even export ungu.
What's ungu?
The burnt bunch of palm fruits.
That stuff that flames.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? That thing is gold, though. That thing is gold.
So if they can export chaff.
Yes.
What else can they not export?
Like there are so many things. There are so many things you can export, and then the thing is, God has gifted us with landmass. And then these northern people that are scared of this thing, because I keep saying that they are scared of allowing this development to go. At the end of the day, they would be at advantage because imagine that. Maybe they say recently Ukraine, that's at war.
Yes.
Give us grain.
Yes, I heard something like that, but I didn't pay attention.
The landmass in Niger State and a few other states in the Middle Belt and in the north is able to give us the same amount of grain, if not times to what Ukraine produces every year. But now the government doesn't, like, business people don't even want to invest in agriculture.
I even wanted to talk
because
about agriculture.
How are you exporting these products when the exportation chain is already messed up? Do you get? Yeah. So most farmers that farm in Nigeria are now farming for Nigerians. There are so many things that you could grow in Nigeria and export, like bell pepper, for instance. Have you? I bought bell pepper at Ebano. You saw it, have you? 4 pieces, 10,000 naira. It's crazy. And bell pepper is something you could grow, greenhouse farming. You could grow bell pepper. Like, if you get one plot for your village, you fit run greenhouse farming, grow bell pepper. So imagine that we have so many people that are into agriculture, knowing that, whatever we produce will go out. But now it's like, if you go into that business, you're stuck.
Yeah.
Because there are so many factors that would
press you down.
So it's like, we just rely on the importation, and it will not stop until they want to develop Nigeria.
This is a lot, and it's been insightful so far. If we continue talking about Nigerians' mess, we continue talking about Naira, FX, and importation, we will sleep here. I know you might have learned something beautiful today, and today we want to give a shout out to somebody who has followed Data Delight series. No other person than Gina Achibong. Thank you for always dropping your likes. Thank you for always commenting. We see you. We love you. Thank you, sir, for coming. It was really insightful. We will want to see you more often.
We're waiting now. We're waiting for Naira to appreciate.
So if you watched down to this point, you are a reeler. We love you. Please do not fail to subscribe. Do not fail to like. And is there anything you've learned from today's episode? I've learned something today. It seems I'm going to go into crypto trading. I want to make money this year. Thank you for watching. Do not fail to like, subscribe, and share. See you next time. Same place, same channel, same time. Bye.